Hello, my name is Tamar. I am the Senko and Deputy at Bloomsbury Nursery School in Nechells, and I'm currently doing lots of different projects and Welcome Champion using the Welcome booklet and the Welcome Wizard. We have been using Welcome for about between 7 to 10 years in different ways, but in the last 4 years, I'd say really consistently across the whole nursery school. The particular challenges in our nursery, I would say that we have a large community of children that have English as a second language, which is a real strength, and we really value the fact that they've got different languages, but Welcome is a screening tool in English, so that's something that we've developed our knowledge over. And the other one is that we have children with a lot of significant complex needs, specifically on that autism assessment pathway, so their communication is sometimes not typically developing. Welcome is helping us to help the children by really having a baseline of our starting points. So when all children come into nursery, we do a Welcome assessment to have a look at where do we start? Where are their strengths? What do they understand? What are they using? And then we use that to identify targets. And we also, the big book of ideas is part of our planning and our daily reflections of what we could do next, how we can make things, simplify things if it's not working, or how we can do the step up and make them a bit more challenging if they've met that target. The big book of ideas is really incorporated into our nursery, and it has done over the last year, I would say. So now we're really looking at the focused literacy planning, and we're looking at specific activities that we could do within the environment related to the book. We use the big book of ideas consistently to have a look at what else we can add, where our children are at, what they've already done, where they can go to next. But we did need to really open it and have a look at the resources that we had in nursery. And it was a tool that we'd been given, so whenever we set targets, I would give them the big book of ideas, but recently the staff have started to go to the book as a resource, so it's been a lot more useful. It was such a pleasure using WellComm Digital. We found that WellComm Digital was really, really useful. It was how we trialled it was on the iPad. So the child could look at the iPad, and I had an iPad in front of me, and then they were really fixated on looking at the screen, which was really good. So it really captured their attention. And then I could also have the questions and the models of like how the rules of how to use it right in front of me on my own screen. So it was really accessible. It was easy to use. The children really enjoyed using WellComm Digital. They found it really accessible, really easy to use. It helped them to focus. It was really engaging. So when thinking about comparing the two between the paper and the digital, the paper, we're familiar with it and it's a good tool. However, there's lots of different things you need to do with the paper version. So you need to have the book of rules on one side, you need to have the scoring sheet on the other side, then you need to have the resources in front of you, and sometimes the paper book of resources in front of you. Whereas with the digital format, you just have 2 iPads. And you have everything you need with the rules and with the scoring right on your iPad, so you can focus on that and you don't have to flick between different papers. And then the child has the iPad in front of them that they can hold, and it can be right in front of you. So there's no stopping. The waiting times are not as long. It's not as distracting for the child there. We can just go click, 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 and it goes from a different screen. So it was a lot faster, and I think a lot easier for children of our development age. I think we've just enjoyed the progress. We've enjoyed being part of WellComm Digital, seeing how it's moved, seeing how our comments have really gone into that reflection time and they've been used in with the children. I think the first demo that we did initially was it wasn't quite ready. Really listened to the comments, looked at how the children used it, valued what the staff and different settings said, and so it's nice to see this newer version is everything we've asked for. So it was really useful. I've enjoyed being part of it.